What's going on, everyone? HueFin News coming at you with another daily cryptocurrency market analysis. Today is August the 21st, 2017. And man, if I didn't predict what was going to happen today in the market on yesterday's video, it just shows you how simple and easy it is to make money in the market. I hope you guys continue to watch these daily analysis of the cryptocurrency market, because it's going to also give you guys more confidence into understanding the direction of where the market is going to go. And we're going to get into that later on as we get into this daily analysis. But right now, just some of the things that occurred in the market today. And one of the first things that came out for us today is Monero. Just want to show you guys this daily bar. Look at how wide that spread is today for Monero. It reached an all-time high of $99, $1 short of reaching $100. See, the move for Monero came after a major up move that occurred on the 19th of August. We'll get into that once we get into the analysis of Monero. Next, Ethereum, as predicted in our video last night, made a push to go up, reaching a high of $347. And Ethereum Classic finally had a major update today, as we predicted on our video yesterday as well. Almost up as high as 7%. Come on, guys. This stuff is too simple. Too simple. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into our daily cryptocurrency market analysis. We're going to start off with Bitcoin. See what happened to Bitcoin today. So Bitcoin is down 1.29%. Last trade was at $3,995.10. And I must say that Bitcoin is continuing its downward movement. And if you guys pay attention, the spread is a lot smaller than what it was yesterday on higher volume. So that is an indication that we have majority of more buyers coming into the market at Bitcoin at around the 39.88 level. I want you guys to pay attention on the lows of these bars. Pay attention to this bar, the 21st. Pay attention to the low of this bar on the 18th. Pay attention to the low of this bar on the 14th of August. All of these lows came and touched around 39.50. Somewhere around in that area, 39.50, 39.54. And that is an indication to us at HueFin News that that Bitcoin is acting as support around 39.50. With that being said, today's bar closed above 39.50 at 39.98. With that being said, we're looking for Bitcoin to continue to trade sideways. Now, if Bitcoin breaks lower past $3,900, then we will change our analysis into a precursor of weakness, and Bitcoin will break and move further down, possibly to 3,800. So like another $100 drop from 3,900, we would expect that to happen. And currently we have more precursors of weakness here within Bitcoin. But if tomorrow it kind of looked like the market is subsiding from its precursors of weakness, and now it's trying to flip over into more precursors of strength. But overall, that's why we're sticking with our analysis that Bitcoin is going to continue to trade sideways until the market comes up with an idea on which way it wants to go. But currently it looks like the weakness of Bitcoin is about to dry up. But if it doesn't dry up and it breaks $3,900, then the market is still weak for Bitcoin. So next, we're going to go ahead and look at Ethereum. So Ethereum is up 7.59%. Last trade was at $319.89. And we forecasted this move a long time ago. So I hope you guys were already within within Ethereum to make this money, because we forecasted way back in this days that the market was moving lower and that it was getting geared and prepared for a higher move. And as we predicted that the move would be a push to go up bar so wide that it will make a lot of market participants feel as if they missed out on a move. And if you guys already noticed, you see stockpile coming in on this particular bar. With that being said, we have to wait and see on tomorrow's bar to see if it's going to be higher or if it's going to close higher above today's bar. Okay, if it does, then Ethereum is going to make higher prices. If it's not, then it's just going to trade sideways. I think that Ethereum is going to try to find $320 as a support, but we just have to wait and see, because on the 12th of August it acted as resistance, and then you look back on the 28th and 29th of June, it also acted as resistance, and then on the 23rd of June, if you guys notice, that Ethereum also acted as support for just a little bit, and then it came back down, all the way down. So we're at a crucial point right now to where we need to see precursors of weakness or strength. So right now we're just going to say Ethereum's going to trade sideways for the time being. But if we see more precursors of strength, then it will go higher. If we see more precursors of weakness, then it will come down. But with the bars in the background from the last previous trading days, we will have to say that Ethereum will be moving higher, because it took a lot of days for them to prepare themselves for this up move bar that occurred today, and they might not be finished with making more higher highs. So we just had to wait and see. But right now we'll just say they trade sideways. So next we're going to go ahead and look at is Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash is down 15.66%. Last trade was at $604. And we told you yesterday that if Bitcoin, we already knew that it was giving us precursors of weakness. And today was just a continuation of that. Bitcoin Cash found support around $600. We mentioned that yesterday in our video as well. So what we're expecting Bitcoin Cash to do now is it might continue to trade lower, but we think that Bitcoin Cash is finding a level area to where it can conduct business. So we're expecting Bitcoin Cash to trade sideways. It might go lower back down to this point around 550, because the low of this today's bar was 558. So it might do some sideways trading action, but we're not going to say that Bitcoin Cash is ready to move up until we see a precursor of strength bar. And we have the last 3 days precursors of weakness. So we will continue with that mentality that Bitcoin Cash will continue to move lower to possibly moving sideways. Okay, but if tomorrow is a precursor strength bar, then Bitcoin Cash will be a buy. So next we're going to go ahead and look at is Ripple. Ripple is up 26.84%. Last trade was at 20 cents. We mentioned this many videos ago, that since Ripple was trading around the support, that it had nowhere else to go really but up, right? So we said that the last 6 trading days, Ripple has been trading sideways. So after those 6 sideways trading action bars, Ripple finally wanted to shoot up, and it gave us a push to go up bar today with a little stockpile coming in. And I want you guys to notice that the spread of this one bar, all of this trading that occurred today on this one bar, encompasses all of the trading that occurred all the way back until July 11th. All of these bars have now been wiped out. off of this one bar. That's huge. That is a definite precursor of strength, and it seems as if Ripple is not having any more plans to come back down past 20 cents. But this is too early in the stage. We want to make sure that that this next bar that is forming, that it closes above 20 cents, okay? Before we'll say it's a precursor of strength. This is a definite precursor of strength. We just want confirmation on this formation bar to see if it's actually true. Because like I said, some stockpile came in on this particular bar. But overall, we do see a lot more strength than we do weakness in Ripple. So we want to pay attention to Ripple. I hope you guys were already in the market for Ripple prior to this move. But if tomorrow's an update, then Ripple will likely come up and test higher highs than it has been since the beginning of July. So our analysis for Ripple is for it to continue higher unless we get precursor of weakness bar tomorrow. So next we're going to go ahead and look at is Litecoin. So Litecoin is up 3.92%. Last trade was at $47.49. Litecoin is trading higher today than from yesterday's trading. Litecoin came and reached $48. Let me zoom in for you guys so you can see it. It touched and closed at the $48 level just like it did back on July 21st as well as June 22nd. So this is a major area of resistance for Litecoin, and it's back here again. Now, with that being said, we have had 3 days of upward movement, and now Litecoin is back in the area of $48. With that being said, we need to see another precursor strength bar to where Litecoin comes back up to this higher area and might come back up here and test $50. This bar kind of makes it seems as if there's more momentum to the upside for it to make higher highs. So we're expecting Litecoin to trade higher until we see more precursors of weakness bars. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and look at Dash. Guys, if you look at the title of our video yesterday, we forecasted that Dash was going to move lower. And what happened today? It moved lower. But I want you guys to pay attention that it kind of showed that there's no interest to the upside right now. But the volume is extremely light. It's almost the same volume as what occurred on the 18th of August. Okay, so selling could have been drying up. The market could try to possibly come back down and test this area that the high came in on August 17th of $262, and then it might bounce back up. But you can tell that some consumption came in on today's bar, so the market might continue to trade sideways to making higher highs, because once you have this much stockpile come in the market over the last 2 days and you have a small down day that's not that wide, then that kind of lets us know that there's no interest to lower prices, that everyone is satisfied with the price as where it is right now. So Dash might be trading sideways to eventually lower. We're going to continue to say that Dash is going to go lower until we see a precursor of strength bar, and we don't see that right now. So we just continue with the way the market is going. So our analysis is for Dash to continue to trade sideways to lower. But in the background, in the back of our mind, we do expect it to move higher because it just doesn't look that weak to us. So we're just going to say that Dash is going to trade sideways or maybe lower until we see a precursor or strength. So next we're going to go ahead and look at Ethereum Classic. Looking at on the daily chart, Ethereum Classic is up 6.69%. Last trade was at $14.71. Guys, I can't emphasize enough to you to go back and check out our videos, because the proof is in what we have stated in our previous videos about we know what we're talking about when we predict and forecast where the market is going to go. Here is another example, Ethereum Classic. We said that Ethereum Classic is ready for a move higher, and we were expecting it to be in the next coming days, and it was today. The bar was extremely wide. There's some stockpile that came in, but that still gives us the precursor of strength for Ethereum Classic. It just gives us the continuation from these other precursors of strength bars that we saw in this background. Today is just a continuation of that. We are expecting Ethereum Classic to continue to trade higher until we see a precursor of weakness, and we're forecasting it to come at least test back up here around $16. Okay, so that looked like that's the area that Ethereum Classic is going to try to come back up and test or do a trial and see if it can be successful. It's $16, so that's where we got our marker at for Ethereum Classic. So next we're going to look at XMR or Monero. Now look at Monero. Man, a massively huge update occurred today for Monero. That is definitely showing us some stockpile in the market. Monero went from an open of $54 all the way down here, 78 cents, and traded as high as $99 on this one chart. This is a particularly outlier for Monero. This is unusual to see a price bar this wide. Now, with that being said, we need to wait until we see where the support for Monero is going to be. I want to show you guys, if you guys saw our video here where we emphasize this is your indication of what occurred today. This bar from the 19th of August is your telltale sign of what led to what happened on the 21st of August. So whoever knew about this move today was already in the market right from the 8th of August all the way until the 18th of August. The last about 10 trading days, those participants knew that this was going to occur. That's why they foresaw on this particular day, on the 19th, you had this such a wide spread, and then it's led to today's bar. So that's why it's important for you guys to learn this language, because they always show what they're planning on doing, and we know what they plan on doing at HueFin News. We saw this a long time ago because we said the market wasn't falling. We said that Monero looks to make higher highs, and look what happened on today. It went extremely high. So if you guys were already in the market for Monero, you was already prepared and set for a move like today, because you always want to think ahead of the market participants, and we always try to forecast their next moves. But now we have to wait for Monero to show us where the support and resistance is going to be, since the price is so high. Monero has never been this high before. So now we are going to wait and just say that Monero is going to trade sideways until we start to create areas of support and resistance, so we can kind of come up with a way of how strong Monero is or how weak Monero is, because this is just one day. Granted, it is a precursor of strength, but it's such an outlier that you can't necessarily determine whether it's a strength or weakness, because this is just a lot of euphoria. So until then, we're just going to say that Monero is going to trade sideways, and we're just going to pay more attention to Monero to see how much interest is really in Monero for higher prices. So next, we're going to go ahead and look at Neo. So Neo looked like it is coming back and test this area of support around $34. We have to wait and see if today's bar is a precursor of strength. And it kind of seemed like it is, but also the market is down from what it was yesterday. And it came back down to this area of support from August the 19th, and in the open of August the 12th and the close of August the 11th, the market came and touched and shot up. So maybe the same thing might happen tomorrow at the same area. The market might shoot up. But overall, we have more precursors of weakness in Monero, but we do think it's going to trade sideways. And until then, until we see precursors of strength, then Neo will continue to trade sideways. But we do think that the selling is drying up for Neo, and it should be making higher highs soon. But if we get a precursor of weakness tomorrow, then expect the market to come down and test $30. That's our next area of support that we're looking for. And then from there, we would definitely be expecting to buy Neo at $30 if the market doesn't go up tomorrow. So that's all we got for today, guys. HueFin News, give you guys news according to the charts. We understand what the market is telling us. We understand exactly where the market wants to go. And we hope that you guys continue to watch these daily cryptocurrency analysis videos and make it a part of your investment strategy on how you want to invest in these cryptocurrencies. Okay? Now, we're not giving you guys investment advice. We're not even investment advisors. But we're just simply trying to give you guys tools into understanding and seeing where the market is likely to go. We want you guys to continue to watch these videos, continue to like them, continue to share them, and you guys continue to subscribe, because it's really important for us to try to get this information out to ordinary people so that they can also come back into the market and gain that confidence and start making money in the market rather than losing it, because so many people enter the market just to lose their money. And here at HueFin News, we understand the language to where we minimize the losses, because many individuals tell you when to get in the market, but they, for some reason, don't tell you when to get out. But HueFin News will tell you guys when to get out as well, because we give you precursors of strength as well as precursors of weakness. And that's key in any investment strategy. And anytime you guys get into the market, you also need to know when you're going to get out of the market. You just can't get in and just think you're going to ride it all the way up to the top, because market rotates. It goes up and it goes down and it goes sideways. And here at HueFin News, when we give you precursors of strength and weakness, that's your time and your ability to analyze your situation and see where you're at, to see what you need to do. Okay? So with that being said, that's all we got for today. Appreciate you guys. Continue to subscribe. You guys continue to like and comment on these videos. You guys continue to comment if you got any questions. Continue to subscribe. Continue to share and continue to like. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys later.